Class, I want to take this opportunity to go over the expectations for the final project that is on the fight scene with camera sequencer. Some of you have already submitted the storyboard for your fight scene, and I've received many single image submissions, and I wanted to clarify what the assignment was to entail. As you can see right here in the storyboard assignment, it says that there are 5 different encounters for this assignment, each lasting roughly 20 seconds each. So, and in the fight scene description assignment, it says at least 5 different encounters. So the idea here is that for each of the encounters, it's going to last about 20 seconds, and you're going to have 5 different encounters, maybe a break in between. And remember, part of the assignment as a final project is to include as many of those 12 principles of animation as possible. So I wanted to point out to you kind of really what I was expecting for the storyboard. And again, the goal of the storyboard is not to waste your time. The goal is to save you time in the end. So you can see right here, this is one image that was submitted for the very first encounter. And this again will last roughly 20 seconds. So initially we see that the Goon 1 is chilling out. He's standing here. And now we see it in the next, few seconds of this encounter, Goon 2 is going to run in and strike him. He's going to go after him. And you can see when he goes to strike him, we've got these lines coming behind him to show he's moving with force. And we're seeing that the legs are moving backwards. I mean, not backwards. The legs are bent and he's in full stride run position. And he's got an angry face on there. And Goon 1 is probably like, oh my goodness, I'm shocked. The expression shows that facial expression. And so then we have this meeting of the two goons where Goon 2 is building up his swing and Goon 1 is holding up his hands to defend and block himself. And then obviously we see that Goon 1 goes in and does the turn and it hits his face and Goon twists sideways. Okay, so or maybe Goon 2 hit Goon 1 and his butt is turned sideways, feet are turned sideways, his head is turned sideways, and then the Goon 2 that actually hit him has a follow through, and so he's going to finish up his swing to the side. Again, follow through is one of those 12 principles of animation, and the facial expressions here kind of show like the impact that took place. The next encounter is once again detailed out in the storyboard. So now there's an aftermath, and maybe there's like a 5-second break between the first encounter and the second encounter. We don't count that in terms of the 20 seconds per encounter. But again, take a moment to reset your characters. And he's going to hold on to his cheek because he just got struck. This one's holding his hand so that way he can really get into there and let him know he's angry. And so then again, as you can see, and I won't read through all of these different ones, this one's going for a squat. This goon is ready to put his arms up and he punches through. And we're getting some of the detail work here and the colors that show the contrast between the characters and what the actual actions are, and we're seeing arrows so that way we can see which way the bodies are turning and where the strike is coming through. So when this person goes to build this in Maya, they're not thinking like, oh gosh, should I have him be angry? Should I have Goon 1 go after Goon 2, or what the actual animation is going to be? It's kind of detailed here. And once again, now we've got the third encounter and we're going to get to that one, and then we've got a fourth encounter and a fifth encounter. That is what the encounters are all about, and the purpose of the storyboard is to detail them out. You can ignore the fact that there's cameras right here. You'll notice in the actual assignment for the final project that there is also a storyboard that you can do for the cameras. So it talks about those later on and how you go about submitting that storyboard if you're going to go through that process for the cameras. So if you have any questions, I do want you to reach out. I'm more than happy to meet with you, Zoom with you, talk to you on the phone or email you, but I really need you to understand so that way when you go to submit this final project, you're not losing a lot of points on the assignment if you're missing out on 4 of the 5 encounters that we're expecting to be as a part of the scene. So hopefully this is a helpful video and having a better understanding. If you have time, I would highly encourage you to submit or to redo the storyboards for those other 4 encounters. At this point, you probably don't have time to resubmit them, which is fine, but understand that those are all part of the actual final project submission. Again, hopefully this is helpful, and I look forward to your submissions. Take care.